All right. Morning, Tim Zayak. How are you, sir? How's the audio, Tim? Is it okay? Greg Edwards, good morning. How are you, sir? Thanks for joining the live stream today. Finally, yeah, I was just going to say, um, oh, thanks, Tim. Thanks, buddy. I always try to make sure I leave this thing, I always try to make sure I leave this thing set up the way it was when I put it away, this control board. Thanks, Craig. Go Bobo, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while. Boy, you know you've made it on YouTube when Go Bobo comes into your live chat. I've always said that. We are, oh, shit. Sorry, guys, hold on a second. I got to get this thing opened up correctly. There we go. I got it down. James Lonergan, good morning, sir. How are you? What was you guys get anything over in Baco Load? We had Jim Schultz, good morning. We had, as you guys already know, Typhoon Paeng. And then right behind that is Tropical Storm or Tropical Depression Queenie, which apparently is going to, they said something about this morning. I don't know. I'm watching the radar and it seems like we're okay now. Maybe that tropical depression is just going to, kind of wear itself out. So that's two in a row. We had carding about a month ago, and we fared pretty good from it. It's sad to hear how many people. There were 54 people that died down in Mindanao because of this Paeng. 54 people, you guys. Mostly because of landslides, is what I saw in the Manila Bulletin this morning. So, yeah. Okay, that's about what we had here. It was still raining at 6 p.m. last night. It was still raining here 6 p.m. Monday evening. The odd thing about it, though, it's I was out bar hopping on Saturday with my buddy Chris, and you guys will see that vlog coming up. You'll see that vlog coming up. It was his 60th birthday, so he told me, let's do a Fields Avenue bar hop. So that's what we did. We started right about noontime, and at Lonnie's, of course. And we didn't even have an umbrella. And I was just surprised that there wasn't more rain. New low pressure area just east of Davao. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So I don't know if that's going to. I guess we'll have to watch that and see. It looks really small on the radar screen compared to Paeng was pretty big, and so was carding. If you guys are into that, I'm a weather buff, so I'm watching the radar all the time. Yeah. Now you might get more rain out of that one, James. You might get more rain out of that one because it looks like it's traveling Well, we get all of our weather from the west, right? It looks like it's going to cut up through Davao. Of course, that's a lot of landmass there. If it does that, it's probably going to. But man, I mean, Davao just got hit, right? Davao just got hit pretty hard. It's like the 1-2 punch, you know. Yeah, I've got that. I've got that, James. That's pretty cool. I use the Weather Channel and Windy, or not Windy. That's what you just gave me. WeatherBug. But occasionally I'll look at Windy. It's a good it's a good site. Jim Schultz, you had Jim had one hell of a visit to the Philippines here about a month ago. Man, that was some trip you did, Jim. Stayed down in the Cebu area, basically, and just kind of island hopped around Cebu. Very nice. You did nice work on that, Jim, by the way. Ricky USA, good morning, sir. How are you? You are going to be here, what, Ricky, another week? Yeah. I might be getting a new bar hop buddy here pretty soon. Yeah, I bet you did, Jim. I really liked that area that you were in. Um, can't remember where you were at now. You went back there twice, that little beach resort. You stayed there in that same place twice. Was it Pang Lao? Or no, it wasn't Pang Lao. It was, I'm looking at the map now. You probably already said it. Moalbal. Yeah. That place you were in Moalbal, I never know if I'm saying that correctly, but man, it really looked nice. One more week. Late on the 9th. Okay. Flying into NAIA or Clark? Weatherbug used to have a lot of bugs. Oh, yeah. The only reason, tell you the truth, the reason that I use Weatherbug is I've got it set up in Celsius, and then I've got my weather channel set up in Fahrenheit. So I don't have to do the conversion in my head. Yeah, I've seen many. Yeah, Jim. Yeah, I've seen many vloggers that have done that. There's specifically Basayan Hilao, and ah, Basayan Hilao, and you know what an adventure junkie he is. Him and his girlfriend. Looks awesome. Yeah, looked awesome. You're staying at Pacific Breeze. Ah, wow. Good location. Right around the corner from Tequila Reef, baby. What are you doing, Ricky, on your transfer from Manila? Are you just going to take the bus to SM Clark, or what do you got going on there? Dan Blackburn, it was upgraded to a typhoon about 11 a.m. Saturday morning. It was a tropical storm. until about 11 a.m. Saturday morning. It was upgraded to a Typhoon, and we were even raised to a level 3 here in Angeles City at one point. But, you know, just like karting, and, I'm not making light of the fact that we didn't get, flooding and raining, because I know it was bad on some of the islands, but it's just shocking. It's shocking to, again, I'm a weather buff and I watch radar a lot, and we were absolutely surrounded by red radar screen all day Saturday into Saturday night, and we got just not much rain at all out of it. It's just so shocking. It really is. Two beers, good morning, if I didn't say that already. And now we've got Queenie, Tropical Depression Queenie, coming our way. Two beers is coming next week. All right. Maybe by the time you get here, the weather will be settled down. We finally, it's a second, let me look out the window. Yeah. We finally have sunshine this morning. Finally. Yesterday it was just nonstop rain. I could not believe it. Okay. I arrange a car. Yeah. Is that through RIM? Are you doing that through RIM Montabag, or it's typically what, about 3.5K? Paeng, the typhoon that just passed, is not hitting India. The typhoon that just passed is not hitting India, and they have 3 feet of water in the streets right now. Hmm. Okay. So, trying to buy something. Okay. Rusco. Yeah, those are cool. I have always, you know what, you guys, I've always been a big fan of those mini cabs that they make here. They're all-wheel drive, and they're cheap. Um, and I don't think they're cheap from a quality standpoint of view, because you see a ton of them on the road here. Um, Oddly, there's not so many here in Angeles, but back in North Carolina, when I lived down in Manila, oh, they were everywhere. And of course, you see a lot of them in the province, right? Because they're like a little workhorse. They've got that back area that will seat, like, you could probably seat 4 people comfortably back there, or it's like a pickup bed, right? So you can haul sugar cane, or yeah, 180,000 pesos. There you go. So at today's rate, the peso's gaining ground back again. You guys, did you see that? It was 57.2 on Fields Avenue Saturday. Let's see, 180 divided by, we're going to go 58, because that's what I've got listed there. $3,000, 3,000 USD, and you've got a killer little car that'll go anywhere. I mean, and they just look cool. Perfect vehicle for the Philippines, I'm thinking. Ricky, uh, Ricky USA, what part of the country are you coming from? I'm sorry, I forgot where you live, man. You're flying from what city to Manila? Boy, it's slow today. We've only got 14 people in here. I missed, I think Philly Brian was live yesterday at this time, but I missed it. I didn't get the notification until actually Jonah and I weren't here. Jonah and I were out uh, walking around with the umbrella trying to find some food because our neighbors didn't cook because of the typhoon. The ones I'm looking at. Seat 9 with water cooled engines. There you go. Okay, yeah. Minneapolis to Incheon. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Been through Incheon many times. Great airport. Man, Incheon is, you can lay over there. And I have. I've done 12-hour layovers in Incheon. Normally, when you're going back to the States, your flight on, it's not Korean Air. It's, God, I've flown them so many times. Anyway, uh, your flight coming from, especially if you fly from Clark to Incheon, you've got a 12-hour layover. It's real easy to do 12 hours in that airport. That's not a problem at all. That place is like Disneyland. What is the name of the other Korean airline? Asiana. Thank you. Asiana Air. Yeah, they're great. Great airline. I've flown Asiana most of the time. And then once Philippine Airline got that nonstop from LA, then I always flew Philippine Airlines because that's just, even though it's one hell of a long flight, you cannot beat, yeah, you cannot beat just a direct flight. Korean Air, yeah. The last time I flew Korean Air was um, Manila to LA, going back to the US during COVID. What was that a big mistake? I should have kept my ass in the Philippines. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I did get surgery in the US, which was probably a better place to have surgery. Yeah, yeah. Korean Air overshot the runway in what was said to be really, really bad weather. They're saying that they probably should not have landed there, but you don't know the situation, what the fuel situation was. There's a lot of things that you got to take into account. I guess the pilot did two go arounds, and then he tried, went ahead and put the bird down on that third time, and either it was just too wet, or he had too much speed coming in, or you just don't know. Can you imagine having all those lives, being responsible for all those lives, and having to put that plane down in inclement weather, and you don't have a choice? That's why I think those guys, these pilots, are just exceptional people. Polo Navarro. There were parts of Manila that had some flooding. I'm up here in Pampanga on Halis City. It wasn't bad here at all. I haven't heard of any flooding. I haven't heard of any casualties out of Manila. So it could be Polo. It could just be a extended brownout, something like that. I haven't heard of any casualties out of Manila because of the typhoon. Tim Zayak, yeah. If they didn't divert him, because the story that I read is that there were other airlines that were diverted away from Lapu-Lapu. So apparently it was go time for him, you know. That's exactly what I was thinking too, because there's two other airports not far from Lapu-Lapu he could have gone to. Eva, Eva is another great airline. If you guys haven't given them a shot, Tim, we had nothing here. The power never went out even one time. Now, when we were bar hopping, the power went out on Fields Avenue three different times, but it was only for this was Saturday, midday Saturday. Uh, I want to say the first brownout happened right after I got to Lonnie's, probably about 12:30, noon 30, 12:30, and then there was another one about an hour later, but they only lasted 10, 15 minutes. But we never lost power here in Balabago, or sorry, in the area that I live in. I was messaging Jonah, and she said, "No, we've still got power here." So, Tim, you're in Mabalacat, right? Or is it Malabañas? I always mess up where people live. Not only do I forget your name, I can't remember where you live. Ah, there's a great piece of footage of Paul from Dumageddon. Paul the old dog? I thought he was in Thailand. Or maybe you might okay. You might be talking about a previous vlog or a previous typhoon. To his airport shuttle. Manila to his airport shuttle. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's good advice, James. And if you fly into Manila, hey, stay for 3 or 4 days. Manila's kick ass, man. And then fly down to Cebu. Make an adventure of it. Okay. Mabalacat. Okay, yeah, Mabalacat. Okay, the old dog just got back. Okay. Boy, your notifications on YouTube are kind of funky lately, right? I mean, they always have been. Excuse me. Well, I tell you what, that's vlogging gold right there. That is vlogging gold. You're in Manila and you're going to take a boat from your hotel to the airport shuttle. That is vlogger's gold. It's exactly what you want to happen. Yes, it is All Souls Day, correct? Today is the day. I would imagine, though, welcome BT and Betty's. I would imagine, though, that the weather, with the weather being what it is, and we've probably got more rain coming. I haven't looked at the radar yet this morning. Ken Unger, good morning. How are you, sir? Welcome to Barangay Balabago on another Tuesday live stream. We are just enjoying what is now about, let's see, I woke up at 6:30, 3 hours with no rain. Wow. Three hours with no rain. But stand by. Stand by, as they say in the Marine Corps. We are, oh, by the way, that's going to be a vlog. I think I told you guys that. Oh, let me show you my new camera. Look at that guy. This is an Insta360 Go 2. And this was a gift from a buddy of mine, from Chris, who's in the vlog. It was his 60th birthday, Saturday. And no, he didn't give this to me on his birthday. He gave this to me a couple of months ago. He just gave it to me. He said, here, I had an extra one. I'm like, what? It's like a, $300-$400 camera. So what a great guy. And this thing is really, really cool. This little camera here actually pops out, and it's got a magnet on the back, so you can wear it. There's like a magnetic, you can wear it here. So you could have this going. You could have a camera here. You could have the GoPro. You know what I mean? You can get some really cool action shots. So yeah, Insta360. Just a little bit bigger than a thumb drive, Really impressive camera. Now I've got to figure out how to well, if it's raining in Manila, that means it's on its way here. Yeah. BT, I know very, very little about it. Saturday was the first day I used it, and it seemed pretty complicated, the setup of it. But if you watch, as always, you go to YouTube and you watch a couple of reviews on it, and you get used to the functionality of it. Oh yeah, here we go. We've got, okay, it's not showing. It's very wide, very spread out. It's not showing anything too major. So I think we're going to be okay here. Maximus, good morning. How are you, sir? Well, I'll tell you what, Hong Kong is about to get hit with Paeng. Watch this when it comes through. Look at that. Headed straight for Hong Kong. Where are we at? Sorry. Maximus, good morning. Late spring in Australia and our eastern states are suffering heavy rains and flooding. It's 12 degrees. 12 degrees. DJI Pocket 2, yep. Philly Brian's got one of those. Well, what's impressive about this camera is it's a little odd because you can't upload from this camera directly to your PC. You have to go through the app on the phone. But once you load this video, once you load the raw video into your phone, there's all kinds of editing software on the phone app. So in other words, the video's been shot already, but you can change the aperture speed to let more light in. It's really quite impressive. I'm impressed with it. Yeah. It's if I get good enough on using it, but right now it seems like there's no it appears from what I'm seeing in the videos on YouTube that you need a desktop software as well to transfer the files from your phone to your laptop. And there doesn't appear to be an app in the Apple store, the Apple App Store. Now, I don't believe that's the case. I find it very hard that they would develop this camera and not have an app for the MacBook Pro, right? We're way past the time in society where Apple only has 10% of the share. So it's hard for me to believe that, they wouldn't develop an app for the MacBook, and it would only be available to PC or IBM. But we'll see. Like I said, I've got to play with it. I have to play with it a little bit more. But yeah, the idea that you can edit the software or edit the look is really, really impressive. That surprised me. And also the camera itself. The camera itself always knows where the horizon is. So if you were like totally drunk and you're walking along and you hold the camera like this while you're walking, your video is still going to be straight up and down. It knows where the horizon is. So that's the first camera to do that, by the way. You do that with a GoPro and you've just messed up your video. Yeah, I am not being paid to endorse this camera. I'm just quite impressed with it. And I hope that I can make it work because something that small is so easy to carry around. It's so much easier to carry around even than the GoPro. This is my GoPro setup. So when you look at that size difference, you've got this giant thing. So it's not hard to figure out that that's going to be the way to go. If I can get the software application working. And Lawn Pizza, what's up, dude? Yeah, you're right. I'm totally like smoking some cool buds. 1988 Surf Day glow colors. It is pretty throwback. Don't be hating on me, Long Pizza. Don't be hating on my shirt, brother. Horizon Steady, yeah. Uh, Two beers, yeah. You do connect it. Actually, no, it doesn't. If you're talking, does it have a wired connection to transfer uh, files? It does not. No, you transfer the files through the app on the phone. Ricky USA, it's called a Insta 360. It's got a little tripod here too. So you kind of set it on a table, you know. This is the Insta 360 Go 2, it's called Go 2. On pizza. Yeah, I didn't want to. Normally, I turn the aircon on and then tilt the fans into this room to blow all the cold air in here. But Jonah and I have both been sick. There's this, I don't know what it is, you guys, this dry cough. Everybody I know here has had it, and it's just horrible. It's a dry hack, and it just won't leave you alone. Yeah, I tried that 2 beers, but the video is not correct. When you open up the video files, they're incorrect. So, but if you look at the video files on your phone on the app, the video's absolutely perfect, you know. So there's something, I don't know what it is. It's hard to explain, but I tried to just transfer the files, and it does. It shows up as a drive on the desktop, and you open up the drive, you open up the files, and it's just crap video. So for some reason, you have to go through the phone app to process. Now that might be a downside to that particular camera. I don't know yet. I mean, the video is so damn good on my phone that it's kind of exciting. I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. Especially when I discovered yesterday that you could manipulate the lighting and the aperture. 11-0 at the half. Cleveland and Cincinnati. Thanks for that, Ken. BT, I use the phone. Okay. So you do everything on your phone, even uploading to the Tubester, the Tube service, YouTube, baby. Insta 360 Go 2. James, Insta 360 Go 2. Now, I've had this thing for a couple of months, and it was only, uh, when was it? It was only about 4 or 5 days ago. I opened up the box. I go, I got to learn how to use this thing. Once my buddy Chris said that he wanted to do a bar hop on Fields Avenue, I was like, well, that's it. I'm going to use this, you know. Clyde Seaside, SM North has the best one that I know of. Now, I've had 2 laptops worked on there at SM North. It's on the 3rd floor. 3rd floor in the what's it called there? It's on the very, if you were facing SM North, it'd be all the way to the left, all the way at the very end on the 3rd floor. And they've got a GoPro service center. I'm sorry, a GoPro service and repair center. Yes, there is. Shit, I don't remember where it's at though, Clyde. What I was telling you, it was the Mac Apple store. I'm sorry. I've got it written down somewhere, Clyde. If I can find it, I'll post it on my Philo in the Philippines. So the phone, oh wait, no. It's just too hard to transfer to the PC. Oh. So on that DJI, oh, on that DJI camera. So it's the same with that DJI cam. I see. Yeah, Tim, it's quite remarkable. And you should see the uh, the video quality. I mean, it's not a 4K camera now. 1440/60 is the highest resolution you can get out of it. But I mean 1440/60 is pretty damn good. That's what I shoot my moto vlogs at. I mean, that's pretty crispy video footage, you know. Yeah, and I have the iOS app for the iPhone. What I can't find is the apparently, now I've only watched one YouTube video. There's transfer software that you need to put on your laptop as well that will talk to this app, you know, that will talk to the phone. Okay. Now maybe, just maybe, from the application, I can save the video to my library, my photo library, but I haven't figured that out yet. It was go time on Saturday. It was time to go to the bar, so I ran out of time. My biggest thing was to get the camera set up for video, and I found a vlogger who was giving out the best settings for the go-to, and I just matched my camera to his. And from what I'm seeing on my phone, I did a good job. I picked all the correct settings. Gary T, good morning. How are you, sir? Yeah. 3 straight days of rain. We haven't done much. I mean, I was out on Saturday during the day, and I think I got home. I must have got home by 7 p.m. because we were, bar hopping during the day. So I just pretty much hit a wall, man. About 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 6:30, we got back to Lonnie, and I was just like, oh, I'm done. We had also gone to that 69 Rock Bar for pizza and wings. So that's how we finished off the bar hop. And Chris was the same. We were just like beat old guys, trying to bar hop. We're supposed to go to the Premier Hotel tomorrow with Chris and his family to do a little swimming, family swimming day. It's a nice place. It's like 200 pesos consumable or something for the whole day. And they've got great food there. There's a great restaurant and nice pool. It's one of the older hotels in the city. It's like right behind uh, Petron Station, you guys. You guys know where the Lewis Grand is, but you're going to take Malabañas Road. Okay, it's on Malabañas. It's like right behind the Petron Station. It's called the Premier Hotel. It's been around for years and years. And I think rooms there are, 1,200 a night or something. It's an older hotel, but it's, they've kept it up. They're still maintaining the place, and it's if you were looking for a budget hotel, it's a good choice. Gave up bar hopping when I quit drinking. That's what I need to do, Tim. Just quit altogether. Ah, yeah, you guys are in Arayat. That was that was the way it was too on Fields Avenue. We were sitting there in Lonnie's. Normally they've got like 8 fans going, but even when the power was out, it was like, and even Jonah for the last 2 or 3 days is like, oh my God, it's so cold. She's walking around wrapped up in a blanket, you know. It's 7 to me. It's perfect. Me and my other American buddies that live in the building here are like, oh, this weather's perfect. It's 75 degrees Fahrenheit. All the Filipinos are running around in jackets. Oh, it's so cold. It's so cold. Clyde, that's very true. Yeah. Jonah actually had 3 meals out of that. She had that dinner, she had breakfast the next morning, and then lunch also that same day. So, yeah, it was and wow. If you guys didn't see that video, check it out. Actually, that video got a lot of views too, and it's because of a good friend of mine, Mark Cronin, who added a little vlogging science into the video itself. He designed that thumbnail, and he has software that tells him what is the most searched item on YouTube in the last 48 hours. So you take those, they give you the top 100 searches in the last 48 hours, and you put those into your video tag, and the algorithm automatically lifts your video up to the top where people see it. And I believe that it works because I've got almost 1,500 views on that video, which is good for my channel. I'm lucky to get 500 views on any video, but that one got 1,000 views overnight and 500 views yesterday. It's getting cold at night here. Yeah. Larry C., good morning. How are you, sir? So there is a whole science to vlogging and a whole science to making your channel successful, other than just hitting the ground, other than just boots on the ground and, turning the camera on and uploading it to YouTube. There are other things that you can do. He uses a software called TubeBuddy, and I use a software that's called vidIQ. And if you use the paid versions of these programs, they do give you a leg up on your competition. They will give you a really good idea of. Now, YouTube does this already. YouTube tells you what your best time of day to upload your video is. For me, it's between 7 and 11 a.m. on any day. Now, the biggest day would be a Saturday. But if you can get good at at making those thumbnails too, because thumbnails do attract views. And if you look at that thumbnail for the crab video that we did, it was pretty impressive, you know. So I'm going to meet with him again on Thursday night, and he's going to sit down and give me a little tutorial on the software he's using, the thumbnail. I don't know what he's using to make the thumbnails or how he does that. I can't do that with just the regular what's on the MacBook Pro. So if I figure out what that is that he's using, yeah, Tim, it makes a huge difference. I mean, just that, you know, I met with Mark about a week ago, and he said, "Let's do a test on one of your videos." He goes, "Let me design the thumbnail for you, and let me give you the video tags. Let's see what happens." And he was right. I got 3 times the views. 3 times the views that I would normally get. So there's definitely something to the science. Yeah. Everybody wants. Okay, if I figure out what it is, you guys, I'll share it with you. But I'm almost going to bet you it's probably a paid program, more likely, because the vidIQ and the TubeBuddy, if you want the advanced features, it's going to be, what was it, $19.99 a month or something like that. So, but if it boosts your channel to 3 times the views, I mean, that's going to be worth it. You don't really make any money on YouTube until your video hits 1,000 views. You know, you got to hit that 1,000 view mark, or you're not going to get a paycheck that month, and that's on every video. So, anyway, Tim, I finally got 1K. 1K views, Tim, or subs? You talking about monetization? Oh, I got a great story. Now, I have followed a guy on YouTube for years. His name is Casey Neistat. I don't know if you guys know of him. He is a New York City vlogger. Now, he moved to LA just recently. Subs. Okay, gotcha, Tim. He moved to Los Angeles recently, but now he's back in New York. And he's been a huge YouTube vlogger for a long time. I think his channel's got 15 million subs right now. Every video he does, 2-3 million views. But I saw an interview about a week ago. Some Clyde. Actually, Clyde, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised the tags that were used on that on the crab video. They had nothing at all to do with red light or girls or even seafood. A lot of the tags were. I was reading the tags and going, okay, I'll try this, but I don't get it. A lot of them had to do with hungry Syrian wanderer, that guy. A lot of the tags had to deal with helping poverty in the Philippines, helping poor families in the Philippines. Those were the kind of tags that were stuck into that video. And boom, look at the views it got. But yeah, it is very scientific. You're right about that. But anyway, I saw this interview that they did with Casey Neistat. He's one of the biggest YouTube vloggers on the platform. He's been huge since like 2013. And I can't even believe this. Once his channel hit 100 million views, that was when he turned on the monetization. He waited until he got his 100 millionth view. And then he said, just because he was unaware of it for some reason, he didn't really understand that he could make money on YouTube. He just didn't get it, right? So he said his first paycheck from YouTube the next month was 6,000 USD. The second month, his paycheck was 16,000. And the third month, his paycheck was 60,000. And then he said within 90 days, he was making six figures on YouTube. But look at the money that he lost because he never turned the monetization on in the first place. Can you imagine that? A channel that has 100 million views and he's making $0 on it. I just thought that was so funny. He was like, yeah, he goes, I was just this, this young, clueless guy. I didn't realize I could make money on YouTube. And he goes, boy, was I surprised. And now, of course, the guy's making, bank. I mean, every video he puts up gets 3.5 million views. So, yeah, check him out. Casey Neistat, Niestdat, Casey Neistat. It'll come right up, I'm sure. Here, I can probably, let me just put the link up because I love the guy so much. He doesn't need my help, but if you want to see a good vlogger, you watch this guy. He is good. He's so cinematographic. Everything is cinematic. Here we go. Yeah, I'll just put it in here. Tim, exactly. Well, he was kind of goofing on himself, right? He's like, yeah, he goes, I can't believe I was so stupid. Anyway, that's the link to his YouTube. And, if you've ever got time and you want to see what a real YouTube vlogger does, you watch this guy because he is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Harold Balder. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this guy's, probably way above Harold Balder even. I don't know what Harold Balder has as far as subs and views. I know he does good though. That guy's making money. Anyway, check him out, you guys, if you get some time. Those of you who are interested in, what it's like to be a real YouTuber, what it's like to make real videos. The guy's just brilliant. All right. What a slow day today, huh? I don't think we ever hit even 20 people in the room. My goodness. That's right, James. He does kind of resemble Sean Penn. Now he's had some early fame in his life. He did a made for HBO movie, him and his brother, quite a while back. I can't remember the name of it now, but that's what got him started. Then he started vlogging, daily vlogging on YouTube. And it's just, the guy's just huge. He rides one of these motorized skateboards down the streets in New York City. And it's just hilarious. Really cool guy. Anyway, you guys, that's going to wrap up the chat. That's an hour. And got to feed Mama back there. Get Mama fed. Thanks for joining the live stream, everybody that was able to come in today. And I hope wherever you're at and whatever you're doing, life is good for you. Don't forget to watch out. I'm still going to try and do at least 3 videos a week if I can, especially if I can get this Insta360 figured out, how to transfer these files. And once again, thanks so much for supporting the channel. We appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next video and the next live stream. Thank you so much.